Welcome to CrimeDoc, where we delve into the gripping and complex stories that shape the world of true crime. Today we unravel the unsettling tale of Larry Nassar, exploring the dark corners of abuse, justice, and the resilience of survivors. If you're intrigued by true crime narratives, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and join our community for thought-provoking discussions. Let's dive into the world of CrimeDoc together. Who is Larry Nassar? Larry Nassar is a former doctor and athletic trainer who had a decades-long career at Usage Gymnastics before being convicted of sexual assault and possession of child pornography in 2017. His crimes include abusing patients under the guise of performing medical treatments. A 2016 investigation by the Indianapolis Star contained two women's accounts of being assaulted by Nassar, after which more victims, including Olympic gymnasts and the daughter of family friends, came forward. Although prior investigations into Nassar's actions had been dropped, this time he was charged and convicted. Before he was sentenced in January 2018 following a guilty plea, more than 150 women and girls delivered victim impact statements in court. This testimony, which went on for 7 days, was seen as a milestone in the Yuck Me Too movement. Today, Nassar is serving an effective life sentence at a federal penitentiary in Florida, where he was stabbed by another inmate in July 2023. Early life and education. Lawrence Gerard Nassar was born on August 16, 1963, in Farmington Hills, Michigan. He attended North Farmington High School in Michigan, where he began working with the school's gymnastics team in 1978. Nassar graduated high school in 1981, then attended the University of Michigan. He majored in kinesiology and received his degree in 1985. Nassar then enrolled in Michigan State University's College of Osteopathic Medicine in 1988. After twice failing biochemistry, he convinced officials to let him switch from a 4-year to a 5-year course of study. He graduated from medical school, where he also worked with student-athletes in 1993, career at USA Gymnastics and elsewhere. Nassar continued working with gymnasts after high school, and by 1986 he was hired as an athletic trainer for USA Gymnastics national team. He became the national medical coordinator for USA Gymnastics in 1996. That same year, he was on hand to tend to Carrie Strug after she vaulted with an injured ankle during the Olympic Games. In August 1997, Nassar was named as an assistant professor at Michigan State University at its College of Osteopathic Medicine. Nassar often tried to establish rapport with gymnasts. He reportedly took the time to engage in conversations with them and could be counted on to provide treats to individuals who weren't getting enough to eat while training. Nassar was a part of USA Gymnastics until 2015, when the organization let him go following a report of misconduct. Although USA Gymnastics did inform the FBI about the allegations concerning Nassar, they didn't object when Nassar publicly stated that he'd willingly retired. Nassar still worked at Twistar's Gymnastics Club at Michigan State University after leaving USA Gymnastics, getting away with misconduct. Working in a physically demanding sport where injuries are common, Nassar told ailing female gymnasts that he could alleviate their aches and pains via what he termed intravaginal adjustment. While pelvis floor manipulation can be a legitimate method of treatment, Nassar's approach, not using gloves, never obtaining informed consent, and utilizing this treatment even for knee and ankle injuries, defied accepted practice and served as a way for him to engage in appropriate behavior with patients. He would touch intimate areas and use his ungloved fingers in a manner inconsistent with accepted medical procedures. Nassar's influential position in the gymnastics community created a reluctance among many athletes to speak out. Some feared that exposing Nassar could jeopardize their careers. The organizational culture of USA Gymnastics appeared to prioritize the preservation of the institution over the protection of gymnasts. However, Nassar's abusive actions were reported and disregarded on multiple occasions. In 1997, a gymnast shared her concerns with her coach but was discouraged from officially filing a complaint. In 2004, a police report was filed about Nassar, but he manipulated evidence to convince an officer that he had been providing legitimate medical care. Titled Ix Investigation at Michigan State University in 2014 also failed to put an end to Nassar's action. The FBI investigation that commenced in 2015 prolonged for months, allowing Nassar to victimize an estimated 40 individuals during the ongoing process. A subsequent Senate probe concluded that the FBI failed to pursue a course of action that would have immediately protected victims in harm's way, as detailed in the 2020 book, or start by believing Larry Nassar's crimes, the institutions that enabled him, and the brave women who stopped a monster. In September 2016, the Indianapolis Star published accounts of two women accusing Nassar of sexual abuse as part of their ongoing investigation into use of gymnastics mishandling of such claims. With more victims coming forward, Nassar's freedom was short-lived. He was arrested in early November on child sex abuse charges and separately indicted on federal charges that December. Victims. Many of the women and girls Nassar mistreated accepted his explanation that he was performing legitimate medical treatments and therefore didn't question his behavior. He sometimes mistreated patients with parents or others nearby, which made it difficult for some to believe that misconduct had taken place. Nassar had convinced so many people of his good intentions that when the accusations against him first came out, he received messages of sympathy and support. Gymnasts recounted inappropriate incidents by Nassar at his apartment, in his office at Michigan State University, at the Twistar Gymnastics Club in Michigan, and during gymnastics events, including the Olympics. It's estimated that Nassar engaged in inappropriate behavior with one victim more than 800 times. Former gymnast Rachel Den Hollander bravely became the first woman to publicly identify herself as a victim of Nassar's abuse through an account in the Indianapolis Star. Subsequently, others came forward, either reporting their experiences to the police or sharing them with the public. Several Olympians, including Ali Raisman, Simone Biles, Michaela Maroney, and Gabby Douglas, have acknowledged that they were subjected to abuse by Nassar. Disgraced sports doctor Larry Nassar reportedly faced an assault by another inmate in the high-security federal prison, where he is currently serving a lengthy sentence for convictions arising from the 2016 use of gymnastics sexual abuse scandal. The Federal Bureau of Prisons, BOP, confirmed to The Independent that an inmate was attacked on Sunday, 9 June, and received life-saving measures. However, specific details about the involved inmates or their medical status were not disclosed for privacy, safety, and security reasons. According to two sources close to the situation, Nassar was allegedly stabbed multiple times in the back and chest, as initially reported by the Associated Press. As of now, Nassar is serving a 40 to 175-year prison sentence at the United States Penitentiary Coleman, IE in Florida for 7 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and possession of child pornography. Nassar gained infamy during the USA gymnastics sexual abuse scandal, revealing that for at least 14 years of his career as the team doctor and an osteopathic physician at Michigan State University, he sexually abused children and young adult athletes. Here's a timeline of the case against Larry Nassar. 1986, Nassar joins the USA Gymnastics national team medical staff as an athletic trainer. 2014, Amanda Tomashow, a graduate of Michigan State University, Sue, files a Title X complaint against Nassar. She alleges that Nassar touched her inappropriately during a medical examination, only for the institution's inquiry to result in no charges and rule that his behavior had been medically appropriate. July 2015, the FBI opens an investigation into Nassar after the UC Gymnastics president and CEO Stephen Penny reported allegations made by gymnast Maggie Nichols. Mr. Penny provides the FBI's Indianapolis field office with the names of 3 victims willing to be interviewed. For August 2016, the Indianapolis Star publishes the first of a series of investigative reports into Nassar's conduct. 30 August 2016. She relieves the doctor of his clinical and patient duties as it carries out a new investigation. 12 September 2016. The Indianapolis Star publishes another article, this time featuring disclosures from 2 ex-gymnasts who alleged that Nassar had sexually abused them as children in the 1990s and early 2000s. 1. Rachel Den Hollander was named in the article and had filed a complaint against Nassar with the Michigan police. The second accuser was later revealed to be Jamie Donster, a member of the U.S. Olympics team for Sydney 2000, who had launched a civil lawsuit against him in California. 20 September 2016, Nassar is fired from SU. 22 November 2016, Nassar is charged with 3 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct in Ingham County, Michigan, including one with a person under 13. He pled not guilty and was freed on a $1 bond, but the state's attorney general said the matter was just the tip of the iceberg, with police revealing that 50 victims had made sexual abuse claims against him. September 2015, FBI interviews the first and only witness but does not document its findings in a report eventually known as a 302, until February 2017. 16 December 2016, Nassar is arrested and indicted on federal child pornography charges. The indictment says he was in possession of thousands of indecent images of children collected between 2003 and 2016. 10 January 2017, 18 victims file a federal lawsuit against Nassar, sue USA Gymnastics and the Twistars USA Gymnastics Club, alleging sexual assault, battery, molestation, and harassment between 1996 and 2016. Nassar loses his medical license. 19 February 2017, 3 ex-gymnasts, Dawn Shear, Jeanette Antolin, and Jessica Howard, discuss experiences with Nassar in an interview with 60 Minutes on CB's. 11 July 2017, Nassar pleads guilty to 3 child pornography charges. 22 November 2017, Nassar pleads guilty to 7 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct as part of a plea deal in exchange for prosecutors dropping 8 other charges against him and not adding charges for other sexual assault incidents that had subsequently emerged. 7 December 2017, Nassar sentenced to 60 years in federal prison on child pornography charges. 16 January 2018, 7-day hearing begins in Ingham County, at which 156 women give powerful victim impact statements. 22 January 2018, entire board of USA Gymnastics steps down under pressure from the U.S. Olympic Committee. 24 January 2018, Ingham County hearing ends with Judge Rosemary Aquilina sentencing Nassar to 40 to 175 years in prison and telling him, "I just signed your death warrant." On the same day, Lauanna K. Simon steps down as president of MESU, apologizing to the victims in her resignation letter and reflecting on the evil of Nassar. 31 January 2018, Eaton County hearing begins, also in Michigan, where Nassar pleads guilty to 3 charges of criminal sexual conduct, 2 of the charges relating to girls between the ages of 13 and 15 and 1 against a girl younger than 13. Another 60 women come forward to give victim impact statements, with the total of accusers now at 265. 5 February 2018, Nassar sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison to be served concurrently with Ingham County sentence, but after the child pornography sentence. 16 March 2018, so reaches $500 in settlement with 332 of Nassar's victims. 22 August 2018, Nassar's appeal of his 60-year sentence on child pornography charges is rejected by a 3-judge panel of the U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. 14 July 2021, U.S. Justice Department Inspector General Michael Horowitz issues a scathing report accusing the FBI of botching the investigation 6 years earlier, and therein allowing the abuse to continue unchecked. 15 September 2021, Simone Biles, Allie Raisman, Michaela Maroney, and Mrs. Nichols testify about the abuse they suffered at the hands of Nassar to the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee. In her statement, Biles blames a system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse. 22 April 2022, 13 women who claim they were sexually assaulted by Nassar file a lawsuit seeking $130 from the FBI for failing to act quickly on accusations, allowing Nassar to assault more young athletes. 17 June 2022, Michigan Supreme Court rejects Nassar's final appeal. 10 July 2023, Nassar is stabbed multiple times in federal prison in Florida, the Associated Press reported. He was described as being in stable condition. Thank you for joining us on this intense journey through the story of Larry Nassar on CrimeDoc. It's been a significant exploration of a dark chapter, shedding light on crucial issues. As we bid farewell, we appreciate each and every one of our subscribers for engaging with this important narrative. If you found this content compelling and wish to continue discussing such critical topics, don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to CrimeDoc for future updates.
Together, we can foster an informed and supportive community. Thank you for your ongoing support